I've been walking around the neighborhood and I noticed that a lot of the people still have their trees covered for winter protection. When is the right time to take that cover off? Here's an example behind me. This green covering, it's a cloth type of cover covering a Japanese maple. Well, to understand when you should take these off, it's important to understand why you're using them in the first place. There are really three reasons why people use these. The first one is ice damage. So in the winter we can have freezing rain that builds up on the branches, and that can do quite a bit of damage, both to deciduous plants and to evergreen. The second reason is a drying effect. The winter winds can be quite dry and cold, and as they blow along the branches, it dries them out. This is mostly a problem with evergreens. Since deciduous plants don't have any leaves on in winter, they're really not dried out very much. This is a problem with evergreens. And they still have the needles, and those needles are active and they're photosynthesizing, and so these drying winds can dry those out. The third reason, and probably the main reason people use these covers, is to keep things warm. And that's a complete myth. Covers like this don't keep the plants warmer. I tested this a number of years ago with styrofoam rose covers. The temperature inside and outside were about the same, and these were with styrofoam. These cloth type covers or burlap, they're even worse for keeping temperatures the same. So now that you understand why people do it, when should you take the covers off? Since we're not worried about the temperature, we don't have to wait until the temperature is above 0 to take them off. We really want to avoid the middle of winter. So in zone 5, that's like December, January, and February. That's when most of the ice storms happen, and that's also when we have the coldest, driest wind. I'd suggest that by the time you see spring bulbs, the cover should already be off your plants. So if you're seeing things like crocus, snowdrop, and the reticulata iris, your covers should already be taken off. They're not needed anymore. At the very least, make sure you take them off before any of the buds start developing. Once those buds start swelling and getting green, they want light, and the covers have to be off by then. So if your covers are still on, get out there and unwrap your plants. They don't need protection. Happy gardening.